Well, I'm a Harbour girl, born and bred. I was actually born and brought up in Itchenor, and I come from a family of generations of people who worked on the harbour and made a living doing what they could. For example, my grandfather used to go out and meet the coal barges and would buy coal and then sell it around the village. And then as sailing took off before the war, then he saw an opportunity there and set up a little shop in Itchenor selling bits and pieces for boats. After the war, it really took off, and my father and my uncle were a big part of setting up a shop and a workshop that sold bits and pieces for boats and also did up boats. And we all had our time as teenagers. We all worked in the shop to help them out. And I think it was 1976, and I was working there. And Itchenor village were having a celebratory year because the church was 800 years old. And one of the initiatives was to recreate something, I think they called it the hired hands race, because the sailing club a long time ago would have people working there who would look after the boats, and then people would come down at the weekend and go out sailing. And they thought it would be really nice to recreate this. So they invited everyone that worked in the village to go along and race in the beautiful boats, the X-boats and Sunbeams and the boats like that. So I joined in that, and I think I remember sailing with Mr. Bell, and it was in an X-boat, and we went out and we did the race. And there was a do in the evening, and I can remember one or two pretty nifty manoeuvres in the race, but I can't say they were anything to do with me. I mean, I was holding the tiller, but it was the owner of the boat that was doing most of the manoeuvring. And in the evening, we had a party, and I was given the winner's prize. They said that I'd won the race. I thought, that's fantastic, and they gave me the prize. This was back in the 70s, so I think they thought a man was going to win, and it was a pint beer mug, a pottery one that was made by someone living in the village. And of course I was very chuffed with that, and a photograph was taken, and I think it appeared in the local paper. And I still have that mug, it's still at home. When I joined the Conservancy back in '96, I didn't think about that race for some time, and then one day I started chatting to Philip Couchman, the Environment Officer, and I said, did he remember the race back in 1976 for the Itchenor 800, and did he take part? And he said, yes, he said, I did that race and I won it. And I thought, well, that's extraordinary, because I thought I won it. So I thought, well, I don't know what happened there, but isn't it interesting that we both think we won that race? And I didn't really think anything more of it until another time I was talking to John Edward, the Deputy Harbour Master at the Conservancy, and I said to him, because I was going to say, isn't it funny that both Philip and I thought we won the race? And so I said, oh, do you remember the Itchenor 800 hired hands race? And did you take part? And he said, oh, yes, I did. He said, I won it. So there's three of us. We all think we won the Itchenor 800 hired hands race.